Well, it is time to dig up some potatoes. And you say, where are the potatoes? I've been neglecting my potato patch. This is one of two different potato patches. So I had to unearth my potato patch. I have been weeding to see what is left of my potato plants. Now, I did have a suspicion that by about this time of the summer, some of my potatoes would be ready to harvest. And as I've dug through the weeds, and you can see I have quite a basket full of weeds, I have found the plants. Now, they haven't totally died away, but at this stage, they are ready to dig up. There are some up here. You can see the yellowing here. Those plants are dying, and there are potatoes beneath the ground. But in addition to finding potatoes, and since I amend this with compost every year, I do find something unexpected, a tomato. And this guy, oops, this guy even has some flowers on it. There's no way I'm gonna let this guy stay in here, although, I don't know, I might, to see what I get. He's in a nice location. Now, this is what I'm looking for when I go to harvest my potatoes. The stalks are just about spent, turning brown and not flush with green foliage. Down at this end, this indicates to me that they're not quite ready yet, so I may leave these go at this end for another week until they start dying back. But I think I'm going to harvest from here on up. Looks to be about a 12-foot section of my potatoes. In some of my past videos, I've had my trusty interns to help me, but they aren't going to be out for another week, so I've got to get this done myself. Again, I'm starting with my trusty garden fork. If you've seen some of those other videos, I've always speared a few, and the kiddos laugh at me because of that. I'm going to take my drip irrigation and move that to the side so I don't accidentally spear that. Okay, here we go. I will start a good foot away from where I see the vines protruding. The soil is nice and loose. And along with some healthy earthworms, I am getting potatoes. Small. A number of them are rotten, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But we're going to dig deep. This is what I got from that 10-foot patch. I had expected more, but we'll see. I'm going to go in and weigh it. I have some, these are Kennebecs. These are red Norlands. I had extra Kennebecs that I put in at the end of this row. I was surprised when I dug those up. I have one more little spot that I'm going to dig up, and I'm going to take you over there right now. But what I have over here are some potatoes that have come up from last year, because this is the bed where I planted potatoes last year. I put that link up in the corner. we're gonna dig these up and see what I find. I kind of hate to do it because these are not ready, because their leaves are fully green and stalks are upright, and there's no end of season yet in sight for these. But I have to get them out of here because it's time to plant the brassicas. This is what I got from those 2 potato plants that were coming up in my brassica bed. These are a fingerling variety. They're cute. These will probably be for dinner tonight, along with some of those smaller red Norlands that I just dug up out of the other bed. So let's go weigh the amount of potatoes that I got in my other bed. Here's the bucket. Includes everything I picked today. And, well, that's not too bad. 12 pounds. I did expect a good deal more than what I got. And most of these are, you know, on the smaller side. We have some larger ones, although red Norlands aren't really supposed to get huge. This is probably about average to large size, and maybe that's about the average size. But I still have another bed and another bin, but those aren't anywhere close to being able to be processed quite yet. Potato digging video. See who's in the background? Those are our pullets. They are about 8 weeks old, and they are going to be transitioning out to the hens, I think, next week. So that'll be fun. Maybe not so much fun for them when they get to meet their big aunties. There's always the dominance factor there, the hierarchy, the pecking order of chickens. We have Buff Orpingtons, one of my favorite breeds, very friendly. And we also have Isoreds, which I've never had before. So there we are. Potatoes, I think potatoes will be on the menu for dinner tonight. Digging them up is not the last step in potato land. We need to cure these. Right now, their skins are very soft, and we have to harden the skins for storage. Although this is not a lot of potatoes, and we could probably go through these potatoes for sure in the summer months. But what you do to cure them is I've got a space here in the garage, lay down some newspapers and spread them all out, make sure they're not touching, and leave them for a couple weeks. All that dirt will dry off and just brush off. You don't want to wash them. Only wash the potatoes right before you're ready to eat them. So they'll be here for, a good 2 weeks until the skin hardens over and forms a nice protective seal for the potato inside. And these are red skins, so they are even a thinner skinned potato. So that's what I'll be doing now. Do have more out in the garden to pick, and maybe my interns will be here with me and you get to see them again. So until the next time that we go digging in the dirt, even digging for potatoes, happy gardening. Bye.